Helen here with Eyes on the Game, and we have a big weekend coming up. It is UFC 202. Joining me to my left, I have Neil Magny. You were initially supposed to fight Stun Gun, and now he got replaced with Lorenz Larkin. What was your initial thought about that?
I just thought it just sucked. I mean, I wanted a top 10 opponent. I was looking forward to having a top 10 opponent, but at the end of the day, it is what it is. I mean, Lorenz Larkin stepped up and took the fight, so we're going to go out there and put on a great show for the fans, and I'm going to come away to victory.
And how have you prepared for him?
I haven't changed too much in my camp to prepare for him. I mean, I train with great guys day in and day out, so going in this fight with Lorenz Larkin, I don't see anything that's going to surprise me. Just going to go in there, dominate the fight, and get another win.
And you have been, or you are one of the top welterweights in the world, but like you just mentioned, you kind of wanted, a top 10 opponent. Do you feel that sometimes you're a bit underrated in this division?
Not at all. I mean, the more, like at first I was like, man, I want to fight a top 15 guy. I got myself to the top 15 and it felt no different. Then I wanted a top 10 guy. I got myself to the top 10, felt no different. At this point, the only fight that I really want is the guy with the title. Other than that, all these guys are the same. It doesn't matter who they are.
And do you care much about the rankings? Because you beat a guy like Kelvin Gastelum, you beat him, yet he's ranked above you. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I mean, it was my point exactly. I mean, the fact that Kelvin Gastelum is ranked above me just goes to show those rankings don't really mean much at all. The only one that matters is the guy with the belt, and that's the guy I want to fight.
Now, what did you think about Tyron Woodley's fight with Robbie Lawler?
I thought it was a great fight. I mean, congrats to him. He went out there, he took control of the fight and got the belt, so congrats to him.
And were you surprised at all?
I was more surprised that he called out a guy who hasn't won in 3 years and a guy who's been retired for 2 years. I mean, I figured if I would have won the belt, I would have called out the next best guy or made a bigger thing out of it. But to call a guy who hasn't won in 3 years is kind of surprising for me.
Who do you think is the next best guy and the guy who should fight Woodley?
Me. I mean, that's definitely going to be a biased question. I feel like I'm the best welterweight in the world right now, and I should be the one guy fighting for the title. I mean, you take my last two opponents being Kelvin Gastelum and Hector Lombard. Both the guys who've beaten them prior to me or before me have gotten title shots, so I feel like I'm right there ready to fight for the title.
And what do you think of Stephen Thompson, though?
I think he's a great fighter. I mean, he's beaten a lot of good guys, but at the end of the day, it's every man for himself. Every man wants that belt, and I want it just as bad as he does.
And for everybody tuning in this weekend, what can they expect from Neil Magny?
Another action-packed fight. I mean, I bring it to every fight that I'm in, and I give a great show for the fans. This fight will be no different.
Best of luck to you this Saturday at UFC 202.
Awesome. Thank you.